Good evening, McCallum sports fans. We're coming to you live from the Delco Center to bring you the Hendrickson Hawks versus the McCallum Knights playoff game. Unfortunately, tonight we are going to be operating under UIL restrictions due to licensing issues. We will not be able to provide any video for you tonight. We will have to do audio only. We hope that you still appreciate the broadcast. We're going to be bringing you a series of stats so you can hopefully stay as on top of it as you would if you were watching us normally. Your starting lineup for the Knights tonight is also on your screen, but we have number 1, Ethan Plummer, 00, Darby Roldan, number 20, Ben Cook, number 3, Will Garnes, and number 2, Jack Wood. Garnes bringing it up, hands it off to Plummer. He's guarded by DJ Harge. Dribbling around. Tristan Thomas on him now. Tries to give him a little shake, drives hard to the paint, puts up an easy layup, but misses it. Now Tristan Thomas is bringing up the court now. He's guarded by Wood. He's going to hand that one off to Legend Samuel. He's guarded by Wood. DJ Harge now, trying to get inside, having trouble. He'll give that one to Tristan Thomas. Legend Samuel has it. Harge takes a 3. He'll miss that one. Wood will foul on the rebound as the Hawks will get the ball. They're going to call that on the foul. He's going to get 2. He'll make his first. Legend Samuel's number 2. Misses that one. They're going to call a foul on the floor. And that is going to be a free throw infraction. He's going to get another shot at this. He'll make his third one. Sorry. 2 out of 3 total there. Got lucky on that infraction. Plummer inbounds to Wood. Wood dribbling it up. He's guarded by Harge. Sends a high one to Roldan. Roldan to Garnes. Garnes working inside. Goes for the quick shot. Can't get anything. Rebound, Tristan Thomas. Thomas bounce pass to Ryan Longoria. Longoria puts up a layup. Wood operating now. He's guarded by Samuel. Drives hard to the right side. What's up, coach? Plummer has it. He gives it to Roldan. Roldan to Garnes in the corner. Garnes goes for 3. He makes it. Hawks looking to retaliate now. Harge has it on the wing. Skylar Elliott. Lot of noise from the McCallum side. Hendrickson looking disoriented as they try to call in a play. Longoria has it. He'll take a deep 3. Misses. He'll let it go out. And that's going to be decent. That's going to be a decent showing from the Knights. 3-4 on the first time out. Both teams playing very well so far. Hendrickson not as reliant on their shooting as before thought. You know, they're having a lot of trouble on the inside getting those rebounds and controlling the paint. It's really going to be a beyond-the-arc game for them. As we head into the timeout, we would like to just, give you a moment. And high school hoops enthusiasts, you better mark your calendars for the back-to-back UIL State Basketball Championships at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. The Girls Basketball Championship takes place March 5th to 7th and are followed by the Boys Championships March 12th to the 14th. Be there to witness history in the making. For all the must-know details and to grab your tickets, visit uiltexas.org/basketball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/basketball. Inbound to Plummer. He's bringing up the court now. He's guarded by Harge. Hendrickson playing a loose man. Wood gives it off to Cook. Roldan has it at the top of the key now. He dribbles in, hands it off to Plummer. Plummer gets it to Garnes. Garnes drives baseline. Goes up for the layup, gets fouled. Rebound, Roldan. He puts that one up and gets fouled. Roldan's going to get sent to the line for an and 1 opportunity. They're going to need to play into their strengths this game if they want to win that. The big men are something McCallum's been really effective with all year. Darby's first. Rims out, rebound, Cook. Cook goes up, misses the layup. Legend Samuel is going to get the rebound, but he's going to get fouled. They're calling that one on Ben Cook. Inbound to Skylar Elliott. He's bringing it up for the Hawks. The 5'5" junior captain has been a great player for the Hawks. Legend Samuel gives it out to Tristan Thomas. Thomas to Elliott. Elliott at top of the key, guarded by Plummer. Knights playing a tight man. Ryan Longoria. He'll give that one to Harge. Elliott now in the paint. Sends it out to Samuel. Samuel for three. Rims out. Roldan gets it. He'll get it out to Cook. Cook's coming up the court fast. He's guarded by Elliott. He'll give it back to Wood. Wood's going to slow it down. Garnes, a little beyond the wing now, sends a high one to Roldan. Roldan working on the inside. Sends a fadeaway. Misses it. Plummer goes for the rebound but can't get it. DJ Harge is coming up fast now. He's guarded by Wood. He'll send it out to Elliott. Elliott takes a three. He'll miss that one. Hawks barely keep it alive. They'll give it to Tristan Thomas. Thomas sends it out to Elliott. Elliott back to Harge, top of the key. He's guarded by Wood. Sizes him up, slows it down. Thomas, bounce pass to Harge. Harge, bounce pass to Longoria. Longoria puts up the layup. Hawks in a full court press as Plummer inbounds to Garnes. Garnes fighting through a little bit of contact. He'll hand it off to Wood. Wood's got shell of two on him. A great pass to Roldan as he puts it up. You know, knowing this team, it's a big mismatch. And that was a very smart play by Wood. He's on Tristan Thomas now. He'll give it off to Legend Samuel. Samuel to Thomas in the paint as he'll make it. Knights going back and forth, trading blows with the Hawks. Plummer inbound to Garnes. Garnes behind the back, gives him a little bit of shake. It'll go out, and a Hawk will try to save it but can't get it. Knights will retain possession. Will Garnes and Jack Wood will come out for what appears to be Miller Stevens and Joe Alvarez. Plummer, he's dribbling. Sends one cross court to Stevens. Stevens sends a high one to Roldan. That one gets tipped up, and the Hawks turn it over. Legend Samuel bringing it up now. He drives hard to the paint. Tries to go up on Stevens. Can't get it. No call. Cook has it. Gives it to Stevens. Stevens to Roldan. Roldan is wide open on the inside with the slam. Darby Roldan showing off that height early in this game. Harge gives it to Longoria as Longoria drains the three. Plummer inbounds to Cook. Cook trying to shake Thomas. He's having trouble. Plummer has it. He's driving up the court now. He's guarded by Harge. They're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on Harge as the Knights get possession here. Number 20, Ben Cook, will come out for number 23, Cole Trong. Plummer has it now. Tries to go to the free throw line, turns it over. Legend Samuel drives to the paint now. Guarded by Alvarez, misses the layup. Rebound Trong. Trong gets it out to Stevens, but it's poked out by Tristan Elliott. He's going to get fouled as the Hawks will retain possession off the turnover. DJ Harge inbounds. Elliott puts a quick three up. Misses that one. Longoria bounce pass to Thomas. He's looking for options. Sends it back out to Elliott. Longoria, guarded by Trong. Sends it to Skylar Elliott, top of the key. Thomas puts up a three, can't get it. Alvarez can hang on to the rebound, so Skylar Elliott gets it. He'll send it out to DJ Harge. DJ Harge will drain a three. Knights really need to focus on retaining these possessions. Hendrickson is a very quick team. They've been poking it out a lot. Alvarez around midcourt now. He's moving. Stevens has it near the logo. Trying to make something happen. He'll get it to Trong. About 10 feet out from the wing. Roldan now, other wing. Goes inside. Hands it off to Plummer. Plummer working Thomas. Puts up a layup. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Roldan gets the rebound and makes it. A lot of great rebounding effort there from Plummer and Roldan. Harge moves. Thomas has it. He'll give it to Elliott. Elliott back out to Harge. Top of the key. Elliott sends it to Longoria. Longoria from a corner three. Misses. Trong will contest him on the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the Knights. They'll inbound. Harge will take a deep three. He'll miss it. Off the front rim, Alvarez gets the rebound. Gets it out to Garnes very quickly. Garnes tries to cross Skylar Elliott. He's looking for options now. Worried, he messes up. Tries to send one out to Alvarez, can't get it. Trong holds on to it barely, but they're going to give possession to the Hawks. Skylar Elliott coming in hot, sends it out to Harge. Harge gives it to Goodlow. Longoria has it now. He's guarded by Garnes. Elliott, Woodlow. A deep three as they can't hang on to it. Woodlow goes up for the goes up for the layup and gets fouled on the way. He'll make it, and they'll send him to the line for one. Hawks trying to get a 6-point lead here, as Skylar Elliott will come out of the game. He'll just go to the bench to get some water. Cole Trong will come out for Ben Cook. He'll miss it. Knights get the rebound. Alvarez working now. He's guarded by two. Loses it, and Longoria scoops it up. Sends one high to Legend Samuel. He misses the layup. Garnes fighting for possession. Just sends one straight to Longoria. Longoria to Harge. Harge for three. Misses the three. Rebound Goodlow. Harge drives to the paint and makes the layup. They will call that. They will not call that, as he did not get it off in time. The Knights struggling with turnovers early in this game. First quarter just finished. We have a minute. We have a minute break before we return. Cannot hang on to the ball. Struggling with turnovers, and honestly, Hendrickson has been capitalizing off of it more than anything else. And we'll be right back after this message. We will be right back after this message.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And we're back with the second quarter. Plummer has it now. Top of the key. Looking for it. It gets stolen by DJ Harge, and he'll get fouled. Plummer loses the ball, stolen by DJ Harge, and then hooks him on the way out. Hendrickson will get a turnover, and they'll still retain possession. Skylar Elliott, he'll give it to DJ Harge. He'll send it out to Ryan Longoria. Longoria to Goodlow. Goodlow to Thomas. Thomas bounce pass inside to Longoria. They'll give it to Goodlow on the inside. Elliott in the corner. Thomas looking for the bounce opportunity, can't get it. Longoria wide open in the paint as he'll go up for a layup. Plummer inbound to Wood. Wood backs up now as he takes it up the court. Tries to slow it down. He's looking for options. Hendrickson's playing a tight man. Garnes has 2 on him. Makes it through a third. Gets a high one to Roldan as he can't hang on to it. Skylar Elliott screaming up the court as he'll give it to Ryan Longoria. Longoria backs up. He'll go out to Elliott. Elliott running the baseline. A quick pass to Harge. Harge is swarmed. Gets it out to Longoria. Longoria for 3. Makes it. Plummer crosses, trying to create space between him and Harge. Drives hard to the paint. Goes up and makes the layup. Over 2. Hendrickson wastes no time. Longoria taking up the court now. Hands it off to Harge. Back to Longoria for 3. Misses it. Rebound Roldan. He gets a lot of contact on that. Sends an absolutely terrible pass and Harge intercepts it. He's driving now. Puts up a floater and makes it. Hawks with a 10-point lead. Plummer moving up the court now. Sends one way over Cook's head as it'll go out. Knights not looking like themselves tonight. Ryan Longoria, quick handoff. Skylar Elliott tries this into the corner and doesn't give it to anyone. Knights will get the possession. Number 14, Miller Stevens will check in for number 3, Will Garnes. Cook has it. He'll give it to Plummer. Plummer's guarded by 2. Looking for options. Gets it out to Roldan. Roldan to Cook. Cook for 3. Misses. Harge gets the rebound. Harge scrambles on the inside. Goes up and makes the layup. Knights will call a timeout as they look to answer. Hendrickson going on a nasty run here in the second quarter. Knights are looking extremely sloppy. Nothing seems to be connecting for them. Meanwhile, the Hawks look extremely put together. A lot of set plays and quick handoffs. Skylar Elliott. Hendrickson has been playing extremely fast. Skylar Elliott has been screaming into the paint on almost every play. Knights are having a lot of trouble stopping him as they can't connect with much. A lot of just out of control passes coming from Plummer, Roldan, whoever it is, as they get swarmed. They're looking for options and they can't get anything. Knights will need to make a lot of changes here. I think one of them starts by reverting back to the man defense. And I think both teams need to play a lot closer to their man. I'm seeing a lot of watching the ball, trying to get good positioning. While that may work against most teams, Hendrickson is one of those teams that if you take your eyes off of them, it doesn't. Wood will inbound to Plummer. Plummer is guarded by Skylar Elliott, poking at and prodding at him. Audience is calling for a reach there. Roldan gets it to Cook. Plummer on the inside. He'll make the layup. Hendrickson again wastes no time. Elliott already in the paint now. He'll hand it off to Harge. Harge drives to the paint. Longoria for 3. He'll make it. Knights really need to limit him. Wood has it now. Sends a high one to Plummer. Nearly dropped. He hangs on to it. Wood. Stevens. Stevens on Longoria. Gets fouled and misses the layup, but they'll send him to the line. Never mind that. They're going to call that foul on the floor. Knights will retain possession. Wood inbound Stevens. Stevens with a quick layup. He'll make it. A bounce pass to Longoria has him in the corner. He's guarded by Roldan and Cook. Gets nothing. Turns it over to Jack Wood. Plummer up the court now. He's got a couple to beat. Gets fouled and makes the layup. Plummer to the line for a three-point play. Knights cutting into the lead a little bit, looking to make it an 8-point lead. Slowly chipping away. Plummer's and one. He'll make it. Probably the most reliable free throw shooter on this team. Ryan Longoria takes up the court now. He's guarded by Wood. He'll hand it off to Harge. Thomas. Caleb Davis goes for three and sinks it. Knights will inbound to Cook. He'll give it back to Plummer. Plummer working up court now. Has few options. It'll get tipped up. He'll send it to Stevens. Stevens for three. Overshoots it, but Cook gets the rebound, puts the layup, misses. Roldan bobbles the rebound, and Longoria wastes no time getting it. He'll send it out to Skylar Elliott. Elliott to Harge. Harge misses the three as Roldan gets the rebound. They'll give it to Plummer. It's a 2-on-1 as he takes it. Misses the layup. Wood gets the rebound and makes his. Knights down by 9. They're going to call a foul on what it appears to be number 10, Caleb Davis, as the Knights will get the ball. Or my apologies, a timeout was called by Hendrickson. During this timeout, we would once again like to remind you about the UIL Basketball State Championships. High school hoops enthusiasts, mark your calendars for the back-to-back UIL State Basketball Championships at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. The Girls Basketball Championships takes place March 5th to the 7th and are followed by the Boys Championships on the 12th to the 14th. Be there to witness history in the making. For all the must-know details and to grab your tickets, visit uil.texas.org/basketball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/basketball. Both teams re-entering the court now. Skylar Elliott inbounding for the Hawks. Sends a high one to Harge. Harge behind the back, hands it off to Tristan Thomas. Thomas drives on Garnes and makes the layup.
Thank you.
Garnes crosses back, gives it to Roldan. Roldan gives it to Garnes at the logo, sets the pick, comes off of it. It's tipped up by Harge. He'll hand it off to Stevens. Stevens, with maybe the most egregious charge I've seen in a while, really wondering what Elliott did to deserve that. Samuel will rebound to Harge. Harge fakes the pass. He'll give it to Caleb Davis. Davis sends one up and over Thomas's head as the Knights will get the ball. Sorry, that one will be tipped. That one will be tipped, and the Hawks will retain possession. An 11-point lead here with 3 minutes left to go in the second. They'll send that one deep to Tristan Thomas. Give it to Harge. Harge looks for options. Has nothing, dribbles around, sends it to Skylar Elliott. They'll give it to Samuel. Samuel for three. He'll rim it out. Stevens has it. He'll get it quick out to Garnes. Garnes working through a couple, loses the ball as Skylar Elliott picks it up. Wood is the lone defender. They will foul him on the floor as Samuel goes up for it. He's also going to be the one inbounding. Number 11, Joe Alvarez will check in for number 3, Will Garnes. Inbound, Harge gets it to Samuel. He's guarded by Wood. Skylar Elliott with a deep 3. He'll rim out. Roldan passes a Plummer. Plummer shimmies. Gets tripped by Samuel, and he'll lose the ball. They're going to call a foul on Samuel as the Knights will keep the possession. Around 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Knights are down 11. Both teams with 3 fouls. Plummer inbounding for the Knights. He'll give it to Wood at the logo. Wood dribbles. Sends it back to Plummer. Plummer to Alvarez in the corner. Alvarez with a jab. Gives it to Plummer. Wood wide open in the corner. He'll go for 3. Overshoots it. Roldan can't get the rebound as Davis is moving up the court now. He gives it to Harge. Harge back to Samuel. Samuel makes a miss. Gets it out to Thomas. Thomas for 3. He'll miss off the side rim. Drives to the paint. Tries to get the layup. Can't get it, but Plummer gets the rebound. Sends one up to Stevens. Stevens with an easy layup and makes it. Knights cut it to 9 with 1:30 to go. Harge wastes no time. Thomas in the corner. He'll give it back to Samuel. He's guarded by Alvarez. Dribbles around. They're going to call a foul on Alvarez on the floor. Hawks still get possession. Trong appears to be checking into the game for number 11, Joe Alvarez. That is again number 23, Cole Trong, checking in for number 11, Joe Alvarez. They're looking. This and one high. Trong tips it. He's fighting now. He can't get it. Samuel retains it. He's dribbling. Wood locking him down. Guarded by Thomas. Harge to Davis. Back to Harge. Harge backs up. He's got 1 minute to go. Looks to run out the clock and make something happen. Darius Hines in the inside. Samuel fakes the layup. Can't get a pass off. Hines gets the ball again. He'll get fouled on the floor as they'll send him to the line. Darius Hines first of the night. Makes it. Hawks back to a double-digit lead as Alex Hopper checks in for Darby Roldan. Hines is second. Makes both. Steven inbounds to Plummer. Less than 1 minute to go. Scanning for options. Crosses up Davis. Tries to put a layup in, and he'll get fouled. They're going to call that one on the floor as the Knights will get the possession. On inbound to Plummer. Plummer puts up a mid-range shot, misses. Almost gets his own rebound. It'll hit off a Hawk as the Knights will get the possession. Inbound to Hopper. Hopper gets smoked on the way up. Harge has it with no one following him. He'll put up an easy layup. Hawks will go up 12 as Wood inbounds to Hopper. Hopper to Plummer. Plummer working his way up the logo. He's guarded by Caleb Davis. With less than 10 seconds, a last-minute shot goes up by Stevens. Misses. Rebound Hawks, they have less than a second. They'll put up a last-second heave and miss. And that will conclude the first half from Delco. what to say except that it's been a disappointing first half from the Knights. I mean, Hendrickson has just been completely outplaying them. We're a little 2 minutes out from from the second half, and I'm just going to talk a little bit through what we got here. I mean, as you can see on our screen, McCallum seems to be shooting better than Hendrickson, but that's only because we put up 22 shot attempts. Hendrickson has put up 34. A lot of a size disparity was expected going into this game, but how Hendrickson has been using their size to their advantage has really been shining through. A lot of really fast and really quick basketball being played, capitalizing on McCallum's mistakes and giving little room for recovery is really hurting the team. They've struggled a lot with the three ball, only making a handful of threes tonight, going 1 and 3. Going on 4 attempts, they've only made 1. I mean, and Hendrickson has just been a more dominant team. I mean, you've seen Skylar Elliott, I might add, 5'5" point guard, just absolutely rout the team with his speed. You can say the same about DJ Harge, a little taller at 5'11", is still bullying around our much larger guys. I mean, you've seen not as much impact from Darby Rolden and, Ben Cook as you would have liked to. And the defensive side of things is just, it's a progression. It's a healthy progression that just degrades the Knights. They come off rip. They look for the bounce pass opportunity. And if they don't get it, they send it out. But the driving to the paint attracts players and removes our outside coverage. And this can be, this could be a little due to the fact that McCallum is very dead set tonight on running a 2-3 zone, which, I mean, against a team like Hendrickson where they run small ball, but they have some of the best guards in the state, it really doesn't work as well because you leave a lot of their best shooters open. And they draw up plays specifically designed to go against teams that decide to run a 2-3 zone. And you can see that tonight. Hendrickson looks like the more prepared team. The Knights are down 13. 16 minutes of basketball to go. Possibly the last 16 minutes of the season. The Knights are fighting to stay alive. Your second half starting lineup for the Knights is number 3, senior Will Garnes. Number 1, senior Ethan Plummer. 00, senior Darby Rolden. Number 2, junior Jack Wood. And number 20, junior Ben Cook. They'll inbound to Elliott as Elliott gives it back to Samuel. Elliott to Harge. Harge guarded by Cook. His sends it to Elliott. Elliott at the top of the key. Hands it off to Samuel. Samuel tries to drive inside, can't get anything. Harge goes up for the mid-range shot off one leg. Can't get it. Wood gets the rebound. He'll get it out. Plummer back to Wood. Plummer getting physical, and they'll call him for a charge. Another mental mistake by the Knights, fighting a little too hard. When you have a guy like Skylar Elliott who's 5'5", he's going to get the majority of those calls. DJ Harge bites in, sends it back out to Ryan Longoria. Longoria to Thomas now. Thomas to Harge. Samuel for 3. Misses. Rolden rebound. Wood gets it, but it's tipped out. Cook has it. Sizing him up in the paint. Gets it out to Plummer. He's guarded by Longoria. Tries to work around Thomas. Drives hard to the paint. Puts up a floater but can't get it. It'll hit off Harge as the Knights will get possession. Wood inbounding for the Knights. He's looking for options. Gets it to Garnes. Garnes to Wood. Wood has nothing, but he's guarded by Longoria. Gets it to Plummer. Fuentes making a call here. Wood has it now. Sends a bounce pass. Sends a competitive bounce pass. Harge fights for it, but he'll step out as he makes a play on it. Knights will get the ball. Jack Wood getting subbed out for Joe Alvarez now. Alvarez has it now. Sends a high one to Roldan. It gets tipped, and they send a football throw to Longoria. Alvarez misses as he makes the layup. That one's tipped up as Harge capitalizes on it and puts in another layup. Knights call it badly needed timeout, trying to slow down the momentum. Not a lot clicking for the Knights, a lot of bad passes, trying to capitalize on the height difference between Hendrickson and McCallum. But, I mean, those Hendrickson players have a very solid group of, verticals. They're going up for every ball, they're contesting every ball, and they're getting at least a finger on it. You have to send a high lob if you want to get a chance at it. McCallum is being very aggressive with those passing, trying to force him inside, not giving any time for it to develop. Knights are down 17 as we have 5 seconds left in the timeout as we continue the third quarter. Cook gets it to Trong. Trong to Plummer on the inside. He'll make the layup. Plummer crossing the double digits mark for tonight as Ryan Longoria takes it up for the Hawks. He'll give it to Dylan Samuel. Legend Samuel, my apologies. A lot of Dylans on this roster. Legend Samuel backs up, sends it cross court to Longoria. Longoria gives it to Skylar Elliott as the Hawks call in a play. It's taking a lot of time off the clock. Samuel to Longoria. Longoria stands with it. Samuel on the inside misses the layup. Rebound Ben Cook. He's immediately swarmed by a Hawks. Roldan has it. Gives it to Plummer. Plummer gives it to Roldan. Roldan misses the layup. Rebound Tristan Thomas. Thomas sends up a high pass, and it's tipped by Trong as it'll go out of bounds. A great hustle play there from Cole Trong as Ben Cook will check out for Miller Stevens. Inbound, Thomas goes for three. He'll miss. Skylar Elliott sends up a mid-range shot and gets fouled. He'll make it and gets sent to the line for an and one. A fantastic display of discipline here from the Hawks. I gotta say, out of all the teams we've played, I haven't seen a team more disciplined. Skylar Elliott for the N1 makes it. Hawks go up 18. Plummer inbounds to Roldan. Back to Plummer. Gets it to Roldan again. Roldan coming up the court now. Gives it to Stevens to the paint. Stevens goes for the layup and makes it. Hendrickson, big man with a deep three, number 32, Adarius Hines, 6'6", center, just drained a three in Darby Roldan's face. An egregious foul not called on Trong as Plummer hits him with a great pass. Hendrickson was smothering him, did not even hit the ball, and they still won't call a foul. Stevens inbounds to Garnes. It is intercepted by Harge as he steps out as the Knights get another chance. Stevens inbound to Roldan. Roldan working in the paint, gives it to Plummer. Plummer for the easy layup. Knights trying to chip away at the lead. Harge has it. He'll pull up from mid-range. He'll hit off the back rim. Garnes with the rebound. Garnes is guarded by Harge. Harge not giving him any room to breathe. He'll hand it off to Trong. Trong now working. Bounce pass to Roldan. Hines backs off. He gives it to Plummer. Plummer from mid-range gets fouled. They'll send him to the line for 2. Plummer's first. Misses. Something unexpected, as you know, he's usually one of the Knights' best free throw shooters. Knights hanging back Garnes and Trong. Plummer's second, makes it. A quick inbound to Tristan Thomas. Harge fumbles it, but gets it back. He's guarded by Plummer. Drives to the paint, backs off, and makes the floater. Plummer inbounds to Garnes. Garnes moving forward, sends it to Roldan, guarded by Hines. Roldan loses it, and it'll hit off the foot of Hines as the Knights will get the ball. Hendrickson very clearly displeased with that, as the student section calls for a technical foul. Stevens inbounding. Gives a high one to Roldan, gives it to Garnes. Neither of them see Trong wide open in the corner. Plummer has it at the top of the key now. Loses the ball. It's poked out. Trong gets it, gives it to Plummer. Plummer on the inside, he'll get fouled. Hendrickson, a team that's playing a lot of really tight defense tonight, giving McCallum no room to operate, and it's showing. Plummer's back at the line. His first. Makes it. Plummer's second. Makes it. Knights cut it to 16 as Skylar Elliott brings up the court now. Sends a high one to Harge. He drives the paint, goes up for the layup, but misses. Roldan will get fouled going for the rebound. Plummer inbound to Roldan. Gives it back to Plummer. He's doubled. Sends a high one to Garnes. It connects. Sends one to Trong cross court. Trong, Plummer inside. Gets it. Knights finding a little bit of a groove now. Harge is coming up the court with the ball now. He's guarded by Trong. Hands it to Skylar Elliott. Elliott gives it back to Harge. Still guarded by Trong. Goes behind the back, can't get anything. Back to Elliott. Elliott backs up. Sends a deep three. Misses, and rebound Will Garnes. He'll give it to Roldan. Roldan on the inside. Euro steps. And they're going to call a charge. Roldan knocking over Caleb Davis in the paint with a failed Euro step attempt. Harge inbounds to Elliott. Elliott Sends it to Longoria. Longoria sends a high one to Elliott. He comes down with it, sends it to Davis, guarded by Stevens, works in the paint, definitely travels as the Knights will get the ball. His first. My apologies. They were going to call that shot on the foul. He's at the line now, makes his first. Caleb Davis is second. Makes it. Hawks up 16 now. Garnes inbound to Plummer. He's guarded by just Harge. Blitzes past him. Drives hard to the paint, puts up a floater, airballs it. Harge comes down with it as Strong shoves him on the rebound. The Hawks in bonus now. Harge will get sent to the line after a rebounding foul on Cole Trong. His first, makes it. His second, makes the second. Stevens inbound to Plummer, comes right back to Stevens. He runs up the court now. Gives it to Roldan. Roldan puts up a shot, makes it. Ryan Longoria coming up the court now. He's guarded by Cole Trong. Scanning for options as the Hawks will call a timeout. Knights fighting against what seems to be the dying of the light here. Doing what they can. Not a whole lot has been working for them. They've been outshot, out-rebounded, out-defended. Any category, really, you name it. Hendrickson making a shooting a staggering 45 shots tonight compared to the Knights' 30. Knights are making more of their shots, but they have less opportunities to shoot. Elliott gets it now. Rounds the horn, sends one out to Harge. He's guarded by Trong now. Harge backs off, sends one to Elliott in the corner. Elliott fakes the three, drives to the paint, sends a high one, and it's going to get tipped by Stevens as the Hawks will still get the ball. Elliott drives now, sends it out to Jeff Goodlow. Longoria to Davis. And they're going to call a jump ball as Stevens was fighting for Davis with that one. Hawks playing a extremely tight man defense. Running that with a full court press, the Knights are stifled with with around 30 seconds to go left in the Plummer getting a lot of contact. Rolled into Garnes. Garnes drives in. Basically gets slaughtered as Longoria comes out with it and takes a three. He'll miss it. Trong will come down with the rebound as they will call Hendrickson for a foul. lot of contact coming from this Hendrickson team and not a lot of calls coming from the refs. Plummer. He'll give it to Trong. Trong bringing it up the court now. He's guarded by Caleb Davis. Trong, few other options. Plummer has it, sends up a last-minute three and misses. End of the third quarter. Knights are looking to keep their spirits up, but I'm not going to lie, it's going to be tricky. Down 16, not a whole lot working, having trouble breaking the press, and having even more trouble getting to the inside to score. Highlight area for the Knights all season has been played to perfection by the Hawks. As the Knights enter the fourth quarter, Plummer, the Knights' leading scorer, with 16, followed by Roldan with 10. Then there's Stevens with 6, Garnes with 3, Wood with 2. Knights only shooting 5 threes on the night, an area that is usually a lot better for them. Hendrickson will get the ball as we start off this fourth quarter from the Delco Center. Davis inbound to Elliott. He's sized up by Trong, sends it back out to Davis. Davis sends a high one, it'll hit off the rim, but Goodlow will get it. Goodlow sends one out to Longoria. Longoria to Thomas on the inside. He's guarded by 2. Sends one out to Goodlow. Goodlow for 3. Hits that one off the side rim as Plummer comes down with it. Sends a pass to Stevens. It's 3-on-3 as he'll go up for it. He'll get fouled, and they'll send him to the line. Stevens first. He'll make it. His second makes the second. Stevens gets handsy, nothing's called. Elliott has it now. He'll send it to Goodlow. Goodlow to Longoria, guarded by Garnes. Pushes through, can't get anything. Trong poking at it. It'll eventually end up in the hands of Skylar Elliott. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas drives to the paint. Guarded by Stevens and blocked by Stevens. He'll come down with it. Hawks will inbound. Elliott sends a high one to Davis. He's guarded by Plummer. Back to Elliott. Guarded by Trong this time. Drives to the paint, loses the ball. Roldan has it now. Gives it to Garnes. Garnes loses it, and Longoria comes up with it. Garnes continuing to lose the ball on these possessions. Timeout is called. Knights come out of the timeout. 7 minutes to go in the half. Harge comes up with it. He'll give it to Goodlow. Guarded by Roldan. Harge guarded by Trong. Trong playing some aggressive defense, keeping Harge at bay. Harge struggling to get anything. Trong pokes it out, and they'll call him for a foul. Hendrickson will retain possession, still up 14. Harge sends a high one to Goodlow. He'll give it to Davis on the inside. Davis guarded by 2, and they'll call that a foul on the shot. Davis seeming to be some kind of a calf strain, limping around to the free throw line. His first. Misses. Misses his second. Garnes fights for the rebound, and it'll go out on him. Hendrickson sends one to Legend Samuel. They'll give it back to Harge. Harge tries to get it out to Tristan Thomas. He's guarded by Plummer. Drives back into the paint and misses the layup. Guarded by Roldan. Garnes comes up with the rebound, sends one to Plummer down court. Plummer goes up for the layup, makes it. Knights cutting the lead to 12. Harge has it now. He'll give that one to Goodlow. Longoria's wide open. He'll take a 3. It'll hit off the side of the rim. Stevens is coming up the court now. Looking for options, gives it to Plummer. Plummer goes for the layup and makes it. Plummer at 20 for the night as the Knights cut it to 10. Knights student section's getting loud now. An electric atmosphere here in Delco. Harge loses it. Trong gets it. He's looking for options. Gets it out to Stevens, and he'll get fouled. Knights roaring back, trying to overcome a 10-point deficit with 5.5 minutes left in the half. What could be the last quarter of basketball this season. Inbound to Plummer. Plummer sizing up Goodlow. Steps back, fakes the 3, gives it to Roldan. Roldan takes from mid-range and swishes it. Knights cut it to single digits for the first time this half. DJ Harge coming up as the Hawks take a timeout. An electric atmosphere. Everyone is on their feet now. Delco is jumping. Timeout called by the Hawks, trying to stop the Knights' momentum. Hopefully, few things can do that. Now, what changed for the Knights, you might ask? I would have to say a switch, both mentally and in the game plan. We've seen better effort, better coordination. Knights switched to a man defense, started limiting the shooting. They're keeping Roldan in the paint more. They're not sending him to the outside. Knights are coming out hopping. Delco, Knights might blow the roof off Delco if we win this. Both teams on their feet. No one wants to be sitting down. Inbound Thomas to Harge. He's guarded by Trong. Trong smothering him. Gets it out to Goodlow. Back to Samuel. Samuel guarded by Stevens. Gets it to Harge, guarded by Plummer. Back to Longoria, guarded by Garnes. Harge, still guarded by Trong. On him like white on rice. Sends it to Samuel. Samuel drives to the paint. Looking for a shot opportunity. It'll get poked out, but they'll call Stevens on the foul. Knight student section not happy about that one. Longoria gets it on the inbound, goes immediately to the corner. He's guarded by Garnes. Has no options. Poked out by Stevens and stolen. Rolling it ends up with it, and Plummer has it now. A much needed stop as the Knights come out of the timeout. Plummer sizing up his options. He's guarded by Ryan Longoria. Shifts. Gives it to Trong now. Trong backs up. He's looking for his options. Sends a high one to Garnes. Trong on the layup. He makes it over 2. Knights cut it to 6. Knights currently on what appears to be an 8-0 run. They'll give it to Goodlow. Goodlow to Tristan Thomas. He's guarded by Plummer. He'll send it back to Longoria. Longoria looking for the pick from Goodlow. Comes off of it. Drives to the paint, gets nothing, but they'll foul him and send him to the line. Hendrickson trying to get some much-needed points to break this dry spell. Looks good. Oh, okay. 3.5 minutes left. Longoria drains his first. He'll move it to a 7-point lead. His second. Hits off the back rim. Roldan comes down with it, immediately gets it to Garnes. Garnes is scanning the court. Looking for options. Hands it off to Trong. Trong sends it to Plummer now. Plummer jabs. Takes a 3. It'll hit off the side rim as Harge comes down with it. 3-point game is not working for the Knights. They need to stick it to the paint. Harge. Guarded by Plummer. He's looking for options. Gets the pick from Goodlow. Goodlow tries to come off of it, can't. Sends one out to Tristan Thomas. Thomas sends it out to Longoria at the logo. Thomas now. Thomas sends it to Samuel. A lot of time coming off the clock here. And they're going to call Stevens for a foul on Samuel. Miller checks out of the game with 3 personal fouls. He'll check in for Jack Wood. They're not going to let him sub in yet. 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Samuel's first. He'll make it. Moves it to an 8-point lead. Samuel's second. Makes it. 9. Knights need a score here. Plummer inbounds to Wood. Wood waves off Garnes. Motions Roldan to come in. Trying to get something out of Tristan Thomas. He'll hand it off to Plummer. Plummer sends it to Garnes. Garnes to Roldan at the top of the key. It's working. Plummer fights through to get the handoff. Drives in the paint. It'll get poked out. He'll retain it. He'll get fouled on the court, on the floor, as Garnes bangs a three after the whistle. A much-needed three there. It doesn't count. Wood sends it into Plummer. Plummer fights through a lot of contact, puts up a layup, can't get the rebound. Roldan comes down with it. Trong for three. Rims out. Plummer can't hang on to it, and Harge comes down with it. Less than 2 minutes to go here. Garnes takes a stab at Harge. Harge cuts back, backs up. He's got nowhere to go. They're doubling him now. He's on the ground, and he's going to travel. Knights will get the ball. Jack Wood inbounding for the Knights. Sends it to Roldan. Roldan immediately gives it back to Wood. Garnes running the baseline. He'll get tripped up, and they'll call a foul on number 1, Legend Samuel. Knights close to bonus, as Hendrickson has 4 team fouls. Wood looking for options on the inbound. It's tipped by Harge, as Legend Samuel can't get anything. He immediately gets out to Tristan Thomas, and they'll call a foul on Plummer. Knights down 9, trying to fight their way out of it. They're going to send Legend Samuel to the line. Legend Samuels first. Rims out. Samuels second. Misses that one as well. Garnes comes down with the rebound. Knights get a much-needed break there. Harge pokes it out of Garnes, as the Knights call a timeout. 1 minute and 21 seconds is all that separates now and the end of the season. Knights are down 9. A lot has been going right this half, but the same problem still persists. A lot of turnovers and a lot of unneeded fouls. Trong, an instrumental part of this comeback as the Knights try to continue their Cinderella story. What do the Knights need right now? A lot of defense, a couple threes, and a lot of grit. They've got the student section. They've got the venue. They've got the players. Can they bring it down? We will see in the next minute and a half. We got Goodlow. We got Thomas. We got Longoria. Harge. Samuels. Going up against Plummer, Trong, Wood, Garnes, and Roldan. Quick inbound to Roldan. He'll give it to Plummer. Plummer to Trong. Trong hands it off to Plummer. Looking in. Sends it cross court to Garnes. Garnes for three. Hits off the front rim, but Plummer gets the rebound. They'll wrestle it out of his hands as no foul is called. Harge bringing it up now. He's guarded by Plummer. Doubled by Wood. They'll get it out to Longoria. Longoria smothered, gets tripped, and they'll call Trong for a foul. Less than a minute to go, and they're going to send Longoria to the line. Not what the Knights needed. Longoria makes his first, moves it to 10. His second, makes both. Double digits, rolled in, sends it to Plummer. Plummer drives hard to the paint, makes the shot, cuts it to 9, immediately gets ready for the full court press. Longoria struggling to find options, gets it to Samuel. Samuel goes cross court, gives it back to Harge. He'll get fouled and sent to the line. An intentional foul from the Knights. Harge is first. He'll make it. Back to a 10-point lead. Winds up for his second. That one misses. But they'll call an infraction on Roldan. He'll get another shot. His third total, misses that one as well, but rebound goes to Skylar Elliott, defeating the entire point of the rebound, of the intentional foul. Jack Wood fouls him. He'll send him, Skylar Elliott, to the line. 28 seconds to go, down by 10. Knights are trying to get out of the intentional foul hole. His first, makes it. An 11-point lead now. Less than 30 seconds. As Justice Conway checks in for Jack Wood. Harge makes his second. A quick inbound to Trong. Trong sends it to Roldan. Roldan to Plummer. Plummer goes to the paint and makes the layup. 20 seconds to go, and the clock is still running. He'll get it to Elliott. He'll get fouled. The clock appeared to be running for an extra 3 seconds as the Hawks did their inbound. Joe Alvarez checks in for Cole Trong. Elliott makes his. Elliott second, makes both. 12-point lead. Inbound to Conway. Taking his sweet time with 10 seconds left on the clock. Garnes goes and scores what is going to be the last basket of the night, as the Knights unfortunately fall 53-63 to the Hendrickson Hawks. As always, I'm V. Overstreet.
And I'm Julia Kopis.
And this has been our coverage of the Knights versus Hendrickson by district at Delco. Thank you for tuning in, and good night.